Right now at 6, staff returned to a hospital in Delaware today after they left yesterday with their hands held above their heads. One employee was killed. Another was hurt after a shooting inside. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline London.
I'm Fred Shropshire. We brought you live updates on the air throughout the evening yesterday. John Wallace Bay was arrested last night after police tracked him to Philadelphia, and sources tell us he was fired from his job at the hospital yesterday and came back with a gun. Check out this video just into the newsroom in the last 10 minutes. It shows the moment Wallace Bay was arrested yesterday in Olney. This is near the corner of 9th and Lindley Streets. NBC 10's Brian Sheehan joins us live in that neighborhood tonight with more on how police found him.
Yeah, so this is where he was taken into custody around 8:45 last night. As you saw from that video, several law enforcement officers flooded this intersection at 9th and Lindley Streets. Shortly after, they found the vehicle they believe he drove from Wilmington to Philadelphia. The vehicle involved in Tuesday's deadly shooting at Wilmington Hospital is tracked down and towed from a block in the Olney section of Philadelphia. NBC 10 is learning these new critical details from several law enforcement sources who have knowledge of the multi-state investigation.
I couldn't believe it. It was sad to hear about it, but it was more surprising when I found out that the assailant was here.
Surveillance video obtained by NBC 10 shows a Toyota RAV4 on the corner of 9th and Welland Street at 6:21 last night, about 3 hours after John Wallace Bay allegedly shot 2 of his co-workers at the hospital. You never see Wallace Bay in any of the surveillance videos, but what they do show is a woman approaching the vehicle. A short time later, what appears to be another woman exits and they soon walk away. About 3 hours later, around 9:40, a marked Philadelphia police vehicle pulls up behind the RAV4 and puts on its flashing lights. A tow truck arrives a few minutes later, and the vehicle is taken away with police following at 9:54.
See him all the time. He's real quiet. Never really had a lot of interactions with him, but he seemed like introverted and he's really quiet.
John Richardson is neighbors with Wallace Bay in Newcastle, about 45 miles from where the vehicle was recovered. It's unclear why he ended up in Olney, but sources tell NBC 10 that after law enforcement used various forms of technology to track down the RAV4 in Philadelphia, officers spotted Wallace Bay leaving a home on the 800 block of Welland Street. Sources say he was with a woman, and they both entered a white Toyota Sienna that was operating as an Uber. Police pulled over the Sienna a block away at 9th and Lindley, where Wallace Bay was taken into custody and transported to Philadelphia Police Headquarters.
I'm glad he was caught and they apprehended him because it was sad and it really is senseless.
And this afternoon, we asked Christiana Care to confirm what our sources are telling us, that Wallace Bay was terminated from his position yesterday afternoon. We are still waiting for a response. Now, Wallace Bay did appear before a judge in Philadelphia today. The next step in all of this is he will be extradited back to the state of Delaware, where he will expected to face charges including first-degree murder and first-degree attempted murder. According to our searches, he does not have a prior criminal record. That is the very latest in Olney. I'm Brian Sheehan, NBC 10 News.